Yeah, that's on.
It's on.
Yes.
It's on. It's working.
Welcome to number 1, 2, 3, 4 Chunkcast thing. Drink along with Sweetchunks with Ash.
Hello.
And me, Stu. But no Mike today.
No mic today.
No Mike today.
No mic today.
But we have got Lily, who is in the room with a concussion right now.
Yes.
And she's not interested.
No.
Are you going to join in at all, love? She shakes her head.
No.
With a look of fury.
Yeah.
Now, this week I have got leftover gin from a train journey from about a week ago.
Yep.
Mixed with, I think it's sort of a mix of grapefruit and mango, I think.
And I have a random cobra. I found in the cupboard.
Is that warm?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Disgustingly room temperature.
Yep.
Mine's slightly chilled because as soon as I came in from the train journey, I put this sucker straight into the fridge.
I love how that's how your mind works. You like.
I'm going to need this later. In it goes.
Yes, the booze is sacred. It needs to be kept safe.
Yeah, keep it safe.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Keep it chilled.
Yeah.
So this is quite potent because this is myself and your lovely wife Kaz were drinking on the train with you.
Yes.
Well, you were unconscious at the time.
I was.
You were.
I mean, I had been drinking prior.
Yes, of course. We weren't just carrying you around the streets of London unconscious as some kind of weird baggage with us.
Yeah, I hadn't like fallen asleep.
No.
I mean, I did on the train because of the soothing rocking motions.
And also the light songs we were whispering into your ear.
Yes, I did see the photos.
Yeah. I think that a really strange thing about your camera is you can lock it, but in case of emergency, you can take photographs with it locked.
Do you not realise you can do it with most phones?
I've just never really realised that was a feature.
I don't know why it's a feature, but it is. Perhaps it's like, in case of emergency, I need to take a picture of this building. Or my face. It's like, oh my god, he's dead! Quickly! Take selfies on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ching,
Just the ambulance
ching.
crews taking selfies of themselves.
Yeah, like, dude, this guy is so dead. Take a picture.
Don't know why there was a steam-powered shutter sound there.
Oh my god, I want to
is
change
done.
that on my phone so it goes...
That's a good noise.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should, because you've changed your ringtone recently, some weird like screaming thing or something.
No, it's just it's still the Metal Gear Solid
Still Metal
thing.
Gear Solid, yeah.
But I mean, my other message tone is Tiny Tina from Borderlands
That's it.
because I'm a massive
Is that the
child.
Best robot ever. What?
Yeah, best robot ever.
Best robot ever.
Actually, it's not
Got
Tiny
to
Tina.
do it.
It's Gage.
All right. What is it?
It says best robot ever.
You do it in the voice.
No,
Do the voice.
I can't do it.
Why can't you do the
Because
voice?
it's a small girl.
You can do a small girl voice.
No, not really. I can do a Smurf voice.
Do a Smurf voice now.
What, of best robot ever?
Yeah,
Best robot ever.
that's really good.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a Smurf.
No, it wasn't actually. It was more of a worm.
Snork.
Snork, yeah.
Yeah, that was a snork or a worm.
Or worm.
Or worm would be best robot ever. That sort of thing, wouldn't it?
I'll get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But more snork noises.
Yeah, okay.
more
I mean,
of a
I
snork.
can't really remember what the snorks looked like, apart from they had some rather
Giant-
questionable headgear.
Yeah, that was it. Which is actually
When
part
they
of
got,
their head.
yeah, when they got excited, it went.
No, I
erect.
think that was a cartoon. That was a piss take on Family Guy. I think.
No, it was real.
Really?
Yeah, when they got like it surprised, it suddenly went straight.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Do you remember a really weird cartoon? Well, it wasn't really weird. It was just the design of the characters was weird. The raccoons.
Yes.
And the raccoons had really weird noses.
Yeah, they did. There's like right-angled square.
Yeah, and they're the pink things that just apparently live with these raccoons with the right-angled, like it looked like a tap for
Yeah.
a nose. What the fuck
And
were
one
they?
random evil one that wasn't evil. It was basically like Scrooge.
Yeah, Scrooge character, and then his nephew or his son who was
yeah,
nice.
he always wore the sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck were they?
They were. I think they were raccoons.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a picture. Lily is now holding up a picture of Snorks.
I mean, we know what snorks look like.
Yeah. Can you get us a picture of
The
the
raccoons.
raccoons? Lily's now acting as our PA
PA
and checker of
Yeah.
information. If we get anything factually incorrect, she will try to research it. So, it's like those little dudes on QI when Stephen Fry's like,
the
we'll just check
elves.
that. The elves are out there. Yeah. Apparently it is true. Guernsey is on wheels.
Yeah, what the hell are they?
They have
But
weird.
we've now been shown a picture.
We showed
of
a picture of
They're
them,
not
right.
raccoons. They're pink.
They have like pink. And they
Oh,
got
they're
like
the bad
blue.
ones.
They have blue hair.
And the guy's
and weird
constantly
sort of
smoking the cigar.
Yeah, he was always chain smoking.
He was
and they got
always
massive,
talking like this.
massive dark purple ears with fluffy things on it. And there are the rest. There's one raccoon with the weird nose, a couple of raccoons with normal noses, and a big
Dulux
dog.
dog.
Yeah, a Dulux dog, and a load of weird fucking things that look like they got snork head things for noses. What the fuck are they?
What are they?
Is there any way, Lily, you could find out what those things actually are?
They're also raccoons, aren't they?
They're not. They're,
They're
unless
like
they've been
shaved
shaved.
raccoons.
Shaved raccoons that have been
With-
bred with toilets.
and
For
there've
for
been
taps
lots of
for a
fights.
nose. A lot of
They
fights.
had their noses broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this is. They're anteaters.
Anteaters? Anteaters aren't pink.
They're not fucking pink, no.
Like maybe irradiated
And also,
anteaters.
don't they live in a completely different
Wait,
environment?
hang on, all the characters are sentient.
Yeah.
Irradiated wasteland. It's like,
Shit.
oh my god, it's like Fallout.
But with raccoons.
With
for sure.
raccoons.
But they've evolved. Instead of like trying to destroy each other, they've evolved into a state that can create quite convincing knitwear.
Yeah, I mean that's the first sign of intelligent life.
Aardvark.
They're aardvarks.
Aardvarks.
All right.
They-
Are they the American anteaters, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you get a picture of a normal-looking aardvark just to compare? Because I'm pretty damn sure. Because all I can think of is like the anteater from like Africa with the massive claws.
Is that
and
that's the
fucking
one?
great big
Yeah,
knives.
the one that stands up on his hind legs
Yeah.
and throws out his arms.
And apparently has a deadly hug.
Really?
Yeah, apparently its hug could crush you more than a bear. And also its claws are really, really hard and sharp because it's designed to smash into termite mounds. So you could literally be hugged to death. Oh my god, it actually kind of looks like, we're just literally now holding up a picture of an aardvark. It doesn't have the right angled nose though.
Yeah, so maybe there are aardvarks that get into a lot of fights, or maybe
Lot of
run
fights.
into walls. Maybe
Yeah.
they're blind.
And chain smoking.
And
but
chain
that is a
smoking.
fuck ugly animal.
Yeah, it is.
It needs fur on it or something.
It does. Perhaps something stole its fur.
Maybe it looked like it actually had severe burns
Do you reckon that's why they hate the raccoons so much?
because they have fur.
There's that one raccoon with a sweater.
Oh, they have the technology to hide up the modesty and they don't
Yet
share
they
it.
don't give it.
Apart from the nice one. The nice one has this thing. Wow, that is fuck ugly. It looks like
She's showing us more pictures.
more pictures of aardvarks. It looks like a sort of a kangaroo with like Freddy Krueger hands.
Looks cuter than the
It does look cuter, but it's still skinless. Lily's saying
It's
looking
not
cute.
skinless, it's
Li-
furless.
Wow, that'd be fucking terrifying. This
Imagine
this
that
bloody skeletal figure coming over the hills with like
Just
looking
coming
like.
out from underneath the bed when you roll over to check the time.
Oh,
I want to see one that's fuck ugly.
let's see what's fuck ugly then from
That
Lily.
is
Wow,
fuck
that is
ugly.
a fuck ugly
Yeah.
aardvark.
Like,
Welcome to Chunkcast 4, where we compare and discuss aardvarks that you can't actually see. That one's got fur on it.
It's got fur.
It does have.
It's got a very small
It looks
amount
like
of fur.
it's been greasing itself up quite rather a lot to fire itself out of a cannon or something.
Or maybe get through tubes really quickly.
Yeah, maybe that's why the rest of them got no fur
Yeah,
because they've
'cause
been
they-
going through tubes.
Yeah, and after the first one, it burns it off. Too many tubes means you can't really
Reuse
you
it.
can't reuse your aardvark.
Yeah, one shot
You remember,
aardvark.
you need to change your aardvark regularly
Yep.
after using them as ammunition. I mean, one of the biggest advantages of aardvark munitions is the fact that they do come back. And
Ooh.
and yeah, but after 3 or 4 uses, you do need to rest your aardvark
Yeah.
for at least a period of 3 or 4 weeks for them to regrow their hair. See, the main problem we have here at aardvark munitions is people abusing their munitions.
varks.
Yeah, they're varks.
Before they become, what we do is we put them under a lot of pressure and strain in a special pressurizing vessel because they go in as varks and then they come out as hardened varks, which is where the name comes from.
Oh, that was terrible.
Well, how else are you going to destroy a building? You can't do it with a regular bark. It would just it would just slap against the side and
So
in
you
a
need
bloody
an
mush.
aardvark.
You need an aardvark, either one that's been on the
Well
streets. that's why they got broken noses because they're aardvarks.
Yeah.
You fucking slick.
This
Get in
one
my
is one
belly.
of the biggest football hooligans known to man.
Now Lily's showing us pictures of family nests. I'm not sure what she's going for here. Is it other weird skinless
Apparently,
creatures?
we're talking about kids' cartoons.
Kids
today.
cartoons there. All right, so that's the theme that's been thrust upon us
Yep.
in a good way. No, quite a good way.
good way.
I'm quite enjoying the thrusting of it.
Which, I mean, nicely, we ended the radio show this week with the theme from SWAT Cats.
You were so happy when you discovered
I
that.
actually have all of SWAT Cats on my laptop.
I want to watch
I
that.
watch it regularly.
Oh, that's really?
Yes.
Why haven't you ever told me about it?
How have you? You've not seen SWAT Cats?
I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in since it was on TV.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Of course it is.
I have it. It's brilliant. I'll
should
lend it
watch
to
that.
you. It's awesome.
We should session it. Get
We
drunk.
should session it. You could probably get through the entire season in about 2 hours.
Yeah. They're
Like
like-
10-minute episodes.
Oh, right.
But
I
my
just-
God, that intro thing.
The introduction's
that
amazing.
riff.
Yeah, it's really good. I like the fact that how well animated it is as well.
Yeah.
I mean, me being an animation geek that I am, it looks stunning, and the music's great. And it's like, when did like Saturday morning cartoons become so shit?
To be fair,
Ben 10's pretty good.
I mean, I didn't really watch it for the animation. I watched it more for the cats with guns and
Cats.
F-15s.
Yeah.
Or F-16, sorry. 'cause it was
No, it's
the-
not an F-16.
It was what's
It's a Tomcat.
Yeah,
which is an F-22.
all I know is
F-22?
F something Tomcat.
Lily, can you please search what is the name of a Tomcat is an aircraft. I think it's an F-22. People at home are probably going to go, no, you're a fraud, it's an F-33 Fiat Punto or something weird like that.
The Fiat Punto Tomcat. It's like the budget version made in Italy. Well, no, it's got a top speed of approximately 98. It can't really do heavier than air flat, but, you know, it's got aircon.
I thought you were going to go Italian there. It's a good aircraft. You can use it to defend any kind of aircraft carrier. F-14, son of a bitch.
Neither of us are
Neither of
right.
us got it right.
No score
What's
draw.
an F-22? That's the fucking stealth fighter. Like a fool.
Yes, but I like I mean, whoever had the idea. In fact, a lot of the old children's cartoons were probably born of some intense acid tripping.
Yep.
Because who came up with the idea of cats with planes in Catropolis?
It's something like that, wasn't it?
Defending against an evil Time Lord cat who keeps summoning dinosaurs from the past.
Well, what else? How else are you going to destroy Catopolis with dinosaurs? It's pretty good.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's kind of...
Do you think it's either some magical trip or someone just like saw Top Gun
like,
and
you
they
know what,
possibly
make
saw
this better?
Top Gun at the same time?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. And they thought, well, who's going to fly the planes? Well, it's a Tomcat. Well, let's put cats in it. Or he had a model like F-22 Tomcat. The
F-22 is Raptor.
The Raptor. That's the Raptor. That's the... yeah, so what the... F-17 is the stealth fighter. Shut up. No, it's not. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm gone mad. I've gone...
Gin. You've gone gin crazy.
Anyway. Or did someone have a model of the F-14 Tomcat, and then the cat just walked on it and sat on it in the usual cat way, and then someone just went,
Oh my god!
yes! Whilst listening to 80s hair metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we play that? I'm actually...
Probably because no one would get it again.
Who gives a shit? You've been playing the theme tune from Red Alert for the last year and a half.
It's longer than that.
Yeah.
It's a lot longer than that.
How many people have actually
My
got
old
that joke?
band used to open with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one got it then either.
No.
That was with a full band playing.
You're not going to stop until
no,
you
no,
until you
someone
are.
goes,
stopped.
yes, it's the Red Alert theme tune.
Didn't we get that once?
No. Mike insists we did, but I don't think it happened.
I might have been hallucinating from all the gin I was intaking at the time.
Yeah, that's not gin, man. Gin doesn't do that.
Doesn't
We
mind
have to
me.
have a long talk about this.
All right.
Maybe not now, but we probably should.
I can see clearly now the gin has gone
Into you.
into my face.
That's not a good thing either.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh dear. But yeah, thinking of like other cartoons from like the 90s, which I have to say, obviously, as when we were growing up,
Yeah.
is the pinnacle of human existence.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah.
where else are you going to get like us from?
Yeah, exactly. But also another animal-related weird cartoon, which is clearly someone just had the right idea at the right time and just went fuck it. Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah, that's pretty strange.
That was mental. It's not only is there life on Mars, it's a parallel culture to our own.
It's super buff mice.
But super buff mice with tiny little antennas sticking out of their heads.
Which were retractable, if I remember, on the toys.
Yes, they
Yes,
were.
they
Weirdly.
were. I'm not saying that's an entire show created around merchandising, but I'm also not saying that.
Or not.
I didn't
so.
really ever watch that much. I mean,
No, I just-
it was on. I was never that interested in it,
I used to.
which is odd
Yeah.
considering what I do now with a motorcycle.
It was shit.
Yeah, he says it was
Yeah,
shit.
it was shit.
Yeah, I never really. It was a concept. That's what the concept
It's
of it
really
was
like the podcast fourth official,
yeah, we're pretty much all third.
third. Yeah,
Yeah.
but for
Normally it would be fourth, but
Yeah.
now it's third.
well, no, it's third.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, Biker Mice from Mars was pretty shit. I never watched it.
No,
I remember
All
the-
I remember is watching
watch
them
the credits.
drive the bikes up the side of a building.
Upside- yeah.
And even at a young age was like, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
What happened to gravity? Just 'cause you're not on Mars now, boy.
Yeah, even on Mars it wouldn't work.
Right.
The only time that's been successfully done where I actually appreciate it in a sci-fi kind of way is when Doctor Who did it, because he had a bike that is anti-grav, and because of the word anti-grav put beforehand, therefore
There
that
were so many
sates
plot
me.
devices they could have used. I mean, they were making a
Anti-grav?
cartoon about biker mice from
Yeah.
Mars.
It could have been, like I say, magnetic, but then it wouldn't work either.
No, you just go thunk. to
Yeah,
the-
and just the second wouldn't move.
yeah,
Yeah, just say anti-grav.
anti-grav.
Yeah, it would work.
Still,
Yeah.
they were basically trying to
Anything.
do Ninja Turtles, but edgier. It didn't really work. Similar kind of bad guy, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it was. It was a bloke pretending. Yeah, it really was. It was just. It really was just. Yeah, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or Hero Turtles, the cartoon
Hero
would say.
Turtles, yeah.
No,
What is
that's-
it about the old cartoons, and I mean, the same thing happens with Danger Mouse. It's
That's just
one
awesome.
one evil guy who has a real thing about the protagonist.
Yeah.
In fact, he would get a lot further if he just ignored the protagonist, stopped trying to kill him, and just
Cracked on with his evil plan.
yeah.
Did you ever? That reminds me because there's a brilliant example of that. Did you ever watch Wacky Races?
Yes.
Did you ever see the episode where Dick Dastardly just literally go, I'm not going to try and kill anyone. I'm just going to win the race. I'm just going to race my car because it's faster. I'm fed up with trying.
No.
And he wins.
Huh.
There literally is
That's
an episode where they've
fantastic.
done that. He just literally just go, and everyone's sort of like, "What are you going to do? You're going to stop?" Oh, throughout the whole thing, they make it. It's a really good little joke in it. There's a boulder with like a wonky bridge.
Yeah.
And like, I'm imagining Dick Dastardly's going to pull up here and set up a device to blow it up, and it's still him driving across the bridge. Like, nope, he's not.
To be fair, he's always ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing. He just went, I'm in a rocket car. I'm just going to go faster than everyone else.
Well, yeah, he's must be to pull off all of his dastardly schemes. He must be a very impressive driver.
Yeah, he's very good.
Because he's always ahead.
Yeah.
He always stops to set a trap.
Yeah.
Now, surely if it's a race,
Just keep going.
you could just keep going.
And did you ever think that Dick Dastardly's car looks a lot like Thrust SSC?
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, I always wondered that. Do you think that's
I mean,
what
he
they
was
designed it for?
that car. Looking at its design, unless it's got like a 30cc engine in it, was always going to beat the guys who had a house on the back of their car.
Yeah, or
Because-
the tank
Or a tank.
with a tractor on the front.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because they're just not fast vehicles.
They're really not.
He had
One
oh,
was
no,
literally made of stone.
Was it Penelope?
Penelope Pitstop had a
Yeah,
decent.
she
and,
had like an old F1 style car.
yeah, and there was the Peter Perfect.
Yep.
He used to have a perfectly good like, F1 style car. He did all right, but you know, everyone
Dick
else a bit
Dastardly.
shit. Dick Dastardly, but also
He had the goggles as well.
he had everything and a dog.
And a dog.
He's like a rogue racing version
Muttley.
of Postman Pat. Yeah,
Is it Muttley?
yeah, it's Muttley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because didn't he join him? Didn't he join that from Catch the Pigeon? 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, he was brilliant at building aircraft, so he had to go in the racing.
That is a very talented dog, actually. Oh my God, did Muttley build the car?
I think he did. I just realised something, right? Thrust SSC,
Yeah.
the Thrust, the supersonic car that Britain still holds the world land speed record with. The designs they used from that were from the aircraft industry. It was I think it was BAE and a couple of other systems worked together to build the car, and they used an RAF pilot to fly to drive it, but technically it's almost flying.
Yeah.
I just realised that Dick Dastardly, in his vehicle, which looks like SSC, was a former pilot and engineer that worked with a group of guys that would spend God knows how much money
Trying to
intercept a
pigeon.
carrier pigeon. And it's like, so he's used all of his knowledge in clearly a massive array of skills in building strange devices that fit on the front of aircraft, World War I aircraft, I might add, to catch a carrier pigeon. And he's put that into the world of racing and created the Thrust SSC. Now, what came, is that basically life imitating art, or was that literally like,
I would love it if it was like
If
someone watching just like an engineer from BAE's just sat at home on a Saturday morning going, I'm having real trouble with the direction of what we're doing. I mean, building aircraft is great, but I want something that's going to challenge me. And just sat with his young son or daughter on a Saturday morning watching Wacky Races and going, you know what, that fucker's onto something.
Yeah. Or just the idea that the RAF used to have a unit that used to catch pigeons. But instead of the thing is, again, if you analyse the idea of that, instead of just blowing the pigeon out of the fucking sky, or shooting it when it lands, or killing people, his air force, which apparently is dastardly, are trying to catch him.
Yep.
And they sort of shoot at him every now and then out of frustration, but they try to catch the pigeon and take him prisoner. So it's a very honourable thing that they're doing. They're not trying.
Humanitarian.
It's
Do you
basic.
reckon they're the precursor to the RSPB?
Possibly.
That pigeon's gone rogue, mate. That's they're not.
It's
trying
a
to
murderous pigeon.
They're trying to stop it for its own good.
Yeah.
Before it can kill again.
Well, that's the thing is,
That
like,
satchel bag's full of explosives.
they're trying to sort of
ISIS pigeon.
ISIS pigeon. Well, the thing is like their air force is trying to capture this pigeon, possibly for the intelligence, but also to get the pigeon out of the air. The air force that the pigeon is coming from knows this pigeon is regularly intercepted by a lot of, basically hardened veterans with a lot of experience of capturing a pigeon. Give it secret
Do they
plans.
actually have any experience in capturing the pigeon?
I don't think they ever catch it.
They don't think they ever catch it.
I'm sure
That's
there's
why the other Air Force doesn't intervene. They're like, this
But-
is just funny.
But the
That
thing
thing's
is,
not even
that's
carrying
why I
anything.
think it's a bit bad. Is the fact is the other air force are quite happy to let this poor fucker go and run the gauntlet week after week after week. And these guys that are just because do you know have you ever tried to catch a pigeon?
There's never any reference to them actually being in the war, if I remember rightly.
Well, why are they doing
So
it?
perhaps
then?
the pigeon is some escaped convict from pigeon prison.
It could be
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the pigeon's actually insane, and is having massive PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah.
And it keeps landing and killing people. So they're trying to save people, which makes the whole thing really sad because
does.
every episode they fail.
They fail,
And
and
every
they stop them,
episode
and he-
that pigeon kills again.
And do you think the pigeon's remorseful and just wants to be caught? And do you think if they ever catch him, the pigeon will just say thank you?
The pigeon's a sociopath. It's showboating.
Like showboating.
Yeah,
But it
it's-
does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, the pigeon doesn't
Oh,
want to be
he
caught,
just-
but it wants them
he
to
just
fail.
laughs at them.
He could just fly straight to his next victim, pick his eyes out, and fuck off home. But it doesn't.
It just doesn't.
It does loops around all the things. It's constantly taunting Muttley, who is, by the way, a very fucking clever dog.
And that's a very good pilot,
Yeah.
excellent engineer,
Yeah.
and is an optimist. He's always laughing, no matter how badly things go.
Yeah.
He's always keeping Dick Dastardly going. He's there with him every week, regardless of how catastrophically he fails the week before.
Yeah.
So he's supportive.
It's 'cause perhaps
He's
he's,
a motivator.
I mean, he knows how important it is to stop this pigeon.
Yeah.
Because it's more people. The blood is on their hands, and you can see that week after week starts to weigh slowly on their minds. They know that every time they fail to catch this pigeon, which is every week,
Yeah.
another innocent life is taken by a pigeon.
But it's just, I don't think, they really expected someone to really look into the backstory of the context of why they should catch the pigeon. They just sort of assumed, like back in those days, you could just come up with a stupid idea.
Yeah.
But nowadays, if you did that, you would have to sort of, because, I mean, let's say nowadays, even in the 90s, if you did that, they'd have to say, why? Why are they catching the pigeon? Is it communist? Are they the good guys or are they bad? That's the other thing as well, is that Dick Dastardly is meant to be the bad guy, but we follow them more. Is it like a Das Boot kind of thing? Is that they're actually the bad guys and we want the pigeon to win, but then after a while you just don't give a shit about the pigeon. It's all about Dick Dastardly and Muttley. And it's sort of like, I want the pigeon to get away because, furthering the Allied cause or whatever. But it's like, I
We're assuming
sympathise.
that.
We're assuming that. Is it all wrong?
We don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we used carrier pigeons, but I'm assuming so did the Germans.
Oh yeah, everyone did.
So, I mean, the pigeon never speaks, but Dick Dastardly does, and he's clearly American.
Yes, he really is. Are we looking at it the wrong way around? Is that a Nazi pigeon? No, it wouldn't be Nazis in World War I, so it would just be the Kaiser's pigeon.
It would be a German pigeon.
German pigeon. Have we been actually all this time?
Yeah, we've been rooting for the wrong team.
Laughing at the people that
Yeah.
have been serving this country valiantly for years and deal with failure week after week, but will fly up to meet the enemy nonetheless. And
Every
this
time.
German fucking carrier pigeon
Yeah.
laughs in the face of the Allied war effort.
Yeah, exactly. So, which means every time they fail to catch that pigeon, perhaps they're intercepting. Perhaps it's just the food order. Perhaps it's
The Schlieffen plan.
exactly. It could also be
Son of a bitch.
positions of the British military.
Can I just let you know that I have looked up this Stop the Pigeon?
All right, then he's got the context of it.
And basically, the canon goes that because Dick Dastardly is a bit of an arse,
Yeah.
he's actually from the German side and he's trying to stop an Allied carrier pigeon.
He is actually.
So he is
if
German.
we've got-
So
I like
he
the
is
fact
German.
that
So he's a traitor.
he's a traitor to
He
his
is a traitor.
American masters.
Oh, in which case, fuck him.
Fuck him.
Also, it wasn't called Catch the Pigeon, it was called Dick Dastardly and his Flying Machines.
It was, wasn't it? Oh. But it had the theme tune was called Catch, the Pigeon. Don't catch the pigeon, Dick. Don't catch it.
See, also, if you look at him, he's clearly Allied.
He's clearly allied because he's happy, he's clean,
Yeah.
and he's got a little... Is that what you're saying? Despite the fact he's clearly wearing some kind of Nazi pith helmet.
It's not a Nazi face.
Yeah, he's got
I
a
think
little
it's just
Nazi...
a general flying helmet.
It might be.
Flying hat.
I like the fact that his tail feathers are
Oh
like
yeah,
that
Dick
of a
Dastardly
rudder.
has like the Red Baron plane as well. doesn't
He does!
Also, look at Dick
Oh, he
Dastardly.
does look... Yeah.
Look at that moustache. It's glorious.
Oh my god, that's pure brilliantly evil. Is that? I just realised the binoculars that he's using there are the same.
The pay-to-use ones you find out.
So the Germans are charging them per viewing. This is no wonder they're not having much luck.
He's a consultant.
He's
That's
a
what it
consultant. He just realised. Well, he joined the war at the start because maybe his parents were German. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
just
he's
the
got
Red
he's got
Baron
the
plane.
he's driving the Red Baron plane, but he's changed it to D, so for Dick, I suppose.
Or Deutschland.
Or Deutschland. Oh my god.
Oh God.
Oh.
We've been coming at this all wrong.
We're not even looking at our source material.
You know what? That pigeon's a hero.
A goddamn hero.
Goddamn hero.
But I just thought, is that
Once again, where the hell is the RAF? Or where's the RAF?
the Royal Flying Corps?
Royal Flying Corps.
Well, the other way of looking at it is that, well, now that we've got the proper way of looking at it, that heroic carrier pigeon that requires no assistance because the enemy's so pathetic is basically one of the finest pilots in the Royal Flying Corps. Because I don't know if you noticed on that picture there, the back, his tail feathers were actually the rudder of an aircraft. So he's actually half aircraft.
God, it's a bionic pigeon.
Bionic pigeon
Why
plane.
he could fly through things quite so often.
Yeah, and fly backwards, like
Yeah.
looking up, flapping upside down.
Yep.
But yeah, he never missed the message.
Nope.
Isn't that funny?
Oh.
Well, then again, thinking of the why of the piece, we think, oh, Dick Dastardly, a traitor. But then he was, remember, it's simpler for the English and the British, is that, you know, we people do have connections with across the world.
Yep.
But predominantly, you know, most people are British by many generations. And there's an association with that. He's an American. Now, Americans are an immigrant nation. People from all around the world. And it happened, you know, it happened to an extent to the British as well, with people with German families, because proximity to Europe and such. But at the start of World War One, maybe he thought, I need to go and look up. Maybe his mum and dad were German. Maybe his grandparents were German, and he thought, I'm going to have to look after my family because the evil allies are trying to stop the Germans for having an empire all themselves, which is a bit hypocritical and bollocks. So I'm going to go and fight for the fatherland. And then the Americans join in late as usual, and he's like, oh shit, well I'm signed up now. What do
So
I do?
basically, the whole thing we've come down to is Muttley, fantastic engineer.
Yes,
Pigeon, heroic war hero.
heroic
Dick Dastardly, idiot.
idiots. Yes,
Yeah.
caught on the wrong side of a conscription
To
letter.
be fair, you're always kind of fucked with a name like Dastardly.
Yeah, I mean,
You could be a nice guy, but no one's ever going to think that.
yeah,
Hey,
So-
apparently they once caught the pigeon, and you know what was in its bag?
a bomb,
Moths.
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 He was a diversion all along.
Yeah.
Did they let him escape, or did they kill? What did they do to
They
him?
probably cried
Yeah.
all this
They actually-
fucking time.
It wasn't on the cartoon. It was in like a comic. There was a run alongside the cartoon, but they killed him.
Oh no!
Falling ice.
Jesus Christ, that's
Yeah.
brutal.
So that pigeon gave his life,
Life for this
for
country.
nothing.
Oh no, that's the thing. You think that he was delivering nothing, but the amount of enemy resources that were tied up. But imagine he got an entire German squadron after him week after week. I mean, that's resources that could have been attacking the trenches or the Royal Flying Corps, and one
To be
pigeon
fair,
held
though,
that
this
up.
is back in the age where the start of dogfighting was to fly above them and drop bricks on their wings,
Yeah, there's that.
which
Or
I
swear
think
at
is
each other.
beautiful.
It's just
A simpler age.
Yeah.
Handguns and bricks.
and colourful language.
Yeah.
But
That's
with-
our next EP title. Handguns, bricks, and colourful language.
That's not bad actually. I
Yeah,
like that.
I'm going to go that on the list.
Yeah, add it to the list
Yeah.
of the growing list of weird EP
titles.
names. Speaking of comics, of the end of TV series, right? Have you ever? I might have told you about this before. The end of Mr. Ben.
No.
Oh, this is amazing. Obviously, Mr. Ben has a team of illustrators and writers and various people that do other things and have kept on doing other bits and bobs. Now, 2000 AD is obviously a world-famous British comic institution.
Yep.
Creator of Dredd, ABC, Heroes and Road Trooper. Your eyes are widening
Yeah.
because you're seeing where this is going.
Are you telling me that
Yes.
did Mr. Ben go to Mega City 1?
Yes, he did.
Oh my god!
It's a real episode. It's amazing. So Mr. Ben, it starts off exactly like a normal Mr. Ben episode, as if by magic the shopkeeper appears, and he has got a judge's uniform. And Mr. Ben goes to Mega City 1 and meets Judge Dredd, and he is Judge Ben.
I am
He's
YouTubing
Googling
this
it right now. It's not on YouTube, it's
No, I
a
know.
comic, but you know.
Oh, it's a comic.
Yeah.
Oh.
They haven't animated the fucking thing.
Can you imagine?
It would be amazing. But, well, you haven't seen it. Do you want to know what happens?
Yeah.
You really do, right?
So much.
As I said, it's the end of Mr. Ben. So he tries to do his best, but clearly he's not cut out to be a judge because he's basically, what is he, an accountant that dresses up as different people and has
Yep.
adventures every weekend and doesn't even pay for any of the suits he uses. So he's
That's a really good point.
yeah, I don't know how that business is still open. But anyway, so he goes to Mega City 1, dispenses a bit of justice, fucks up quite a lot, and in the end, Judge Dredd shoots him
Standard.
because he's not good enough. And
Well, you can't have that kind of lazy power going
no, you really
around.
can't. So he gets executed, and then then what happens in a weird sort of weird ending is that the shopkeeper just knows, and then gets Mr. Ben's clothes, and then hangs them up on the costume rack for someone to come in and be Mr. Ben.
Oh my god, thus the cycle continues.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
So that means someone would come in, dress up as Mr. Ben, and then go through all of Mr. Ben's adventures until he gets to Mega City 1.
We'll
he
try
dies.
again, and then tries it again.
Yeah.
So Mega City 1 is just it just exists for Mr. Ben's adventures. That's the only reason it's there.
That's beautiful.
Fucking mental, isn't it? I love British cartoons. They're insane. So, we've had some...
On that bombshell. To steal from Top Gear.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, okay, in which case. After that,
we
all become a little sad.
a little sad because it's sort of time to go because I need to see off my gin, really.
Yeah,
Hang
you
on.
do. For those of you drinking at home, you need the red juice
Oh, God, that's...
and the green button.
Stronger than I thought. Oh.
And because we know some people...
Don't lick that. Oh, God. Oh, anyway.
And we've heard that some people, specifically someone, likes to listen to this whilst running. Now, sprint.
Run faster. Run. Do a start jump.
Run. Yeah.
Now, people have asked us, genuinely, what's such a big gap between the podcasts? Now, what we were originally going to do is once a week, maybe at a rehearsal, me and Ash were going to sit down and do one of these at least once a week. But we, in January and December, that's fine.
We had loads of time.
We had loads of
That's
time, no
brilliant.
gigs. Now we have gigs, it's almost fucking impossible to do that.
Yeah.
So what we've decided, we've been testing some equipment, and we're going to now change Drink Along with Sweetchunks to Drive Along with Sweetchunks. So on our way to gigs, we're going to set up a little microphone.
Or maybe even the way back. Maybe.
On the way back, when we're knackered
You'll
and
hear
trying,
Stu falling asleep in the car.
repeatedly.
It'll just be me talking.
Well, it might actually keep me awake.
It might.
You might not be alone on those late nights journeys down the B3000. Yeah. So we're going to start doing podcasts from the van as we travel to and from gigs. And also, we've had a couple of people say they would like to come and chat with us. So we're going to, if we meet up with people at a festival and have 20 minutes, we're going to set it up in the back of the van and do random chats with random people we know at festivals. So that's what's going to happen in the future. We apologise for the big gap since the last one.
We will still be doing Drink Along Sweet Chunks when we have time.
When we have time, because it's actually really nice.
We like drinking.
doing this.
And so it's nice to try and grab like half an hour, 45 minutes to sit down, get pissed and talk rubbish.
Shit. Absolute shit.
Just absolute shit.
So,
once again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. It's been absolutely marvellous talking and name rubbish at you and drinking. My drink, I have been brought to you today by the Valletta Gin. And
I've been brought today by the number Cobra I found in the cupboard.
Lovely. Right, tinky, and farewell.
Bye.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe and all that bollocks, and I always say it, podcast, whatever it is, there's links, click them, whatever.